Why do I have this coat on? You know. And if you don't know, I'll tell you. It's for the new segment, Dehumidifiers and Space Heaters. So, this is where I give the Clippers their due. See, the thing is, as a Laker fan and as a career Clipper hater that I've been, I don't like them. I hate the way their jerseys look. They always look very cheap when I was growing up. Just look second rate. Steve Ballmer hasn't done anything to change that. They still look pretty second rate. But here's the problem that I'm having with the Clippers now. There's 4 superstars there. Shouts to Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and now James Harden, trying to figure it out. They're still going through. They've won a couple of games, right? Shouts to them. Did you see what happened in the Clippers-Spurs game a few nights back? If you don't know, I'll tell you. Kawhi Leonard returns back to San Antonio. Prodigal son's back. Guy that said he didn't want to play for Greg Popovich anymore. He wanted to leave. Do his own thing. Ended up winning a championship in Toronto. Hey, it's a great move, right? Then he chose to go to the Clippers. Rest is history. Well, he's on the free throw line in the San Antonio crowd. They keep receipts. They're not going to give him some welcome package and celebrate his accolades and his achievements in a Spurs uniform, winning finals MVP against the Miami Heat. They're not going to remember those. They're going to remember him ditching them to leave to go to Toronto. They booed him vociferously. Booed him. It was loud. Couldn't hear anything. It was so bad that the great Greg Popovich took to the microphone and said, "Can we calm down a little bit, please? Stop booing because this is not what we do here." That's how bad it's gotten. That a coach in the NBA, we're not talking about high school here. We're not talking about church league. We're not talking about some kid that don't know how to play ball and people are laughing at him and the parents want to get it calmed down. We're talking about a professional sport and a coach is telling the fans that pay their good money to not boo. Only the Clippers this happens to. This is why I love this stuff. I will be here every week because there's always going to be something to discuss when it has to come with the Clippers. It writes itself. You're gonna tell people to stop booing. I wish they would have turned around and booed his old ass. Sit your old ass down, man, and cool the fuck out. Not boo after what he did to the Spurs fans? Of course they go boo. It's hilarious. It's just, have you ever heard of a professional coach doing this?
Never.
How about you, Claude?
No. It's part of the game.
It's part of the game. Especially the away team. It's not like he's on the home team and he's getting booed.
I can see him doing it out of respect. I get it, but you don't do that.
That's corny.
It is.
It's corny.
He did it out of respect for him, which I give Pop his kudos for that, but you don't do that.
Respect or pity?
Nah, I think it's respect.
Oh, look quiet.
Nah, you gotta respect him because he left your organization, went and got a chip. You gotta respect that.
And now he married the wrong woman.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Clippers. We're not talking about his real life. He went to the Clippers and made the worst career decision ever.
Yep.
I can't feel sorry for that. Can't.
Oh, I don't feel
sorry.
I
won't.
I don't expect you to.
Next order of business. I didn't talk about this last week. But did you hear Lou Williams talk about the Clippers in the bubble in 2020? Well, if you didn't hear it, I'll tell you. The man said that they did not want to be there. And they thought that no one would respect their championship if they won the bubble championship. So they decided to not chase it like they should have.
That sounds blasphemous.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you that when you put on that jersey, you immediately get idiot brain. You're going to tell me that you sacrificed a championship based on what your peers would say about said championship? Explain to me.
It makes no sense.
It does make sense
Well,
to people who root for the Clippers because that's how Clipper fans and Clipper players rationale logical things in their head or illogical things in their head. Yeah. I remember Tim Duncan winning a championship in the 50-game shortened season. Does anybody talk about that? How about the Miami Heat when they won their championship? Or was it the first year when they got to the finals against the Mavs? I think that was the shortened season, the 66 games. Anybody talk about that? So only you as a Clipper fan or a Clipper member would think that people wouldn't respect the championship. You've never gone to the finals in your existence.
right.
And you thought that the decision to make was to forfeit a chance to do so? And thought that people would give you respect for it? Only the Clippers would do something like this. It's poetic.
That's dummy of the week content.
They're not even worthy for that. This is why they get their own segment. Because this shit is hilarious. And whoever roots for this team consistently has to hate themselves on a grander scale. They must hate their job. They must hate the friends that they associate themselves with. They must hate a lot of things that they don't talk about. You can't root for a team like that and be somebody that has everything together.
Doesn't make sense.
Just can't. How does that make sense? So, in closing, where I wrap this up, knowing that there are coaches out there that take sympathy and pity on a poor Clippers player that's at the free throw line and getting booed, it just shows you the level of concern that people have worldwide for Clippers Nation. They want to make sure that they protect you guys as much as possible because we know that your feelings are very, very sensitive. We understand that when people talk about you guys, you get very riled up. You get very territorial, but we only do it out of love because we understand that you being a fan of this team can only lead to spiraling further in your life. So it's what we try to avoid with you or for you.
I heard you say Clipper Nation.
Yes.
It's more like a cul-de-sac. So
I mean, there's a hashtag that says Clipper Nation, and when you see the hashtag, like you can see how many like people
72
have used it. It was like 1,500.
That's bad.
Oh man, tell you, man. Like I think the biggest punishment that anybody can give me is if I get reincarnated back as a Clippers fan. That would be like I have to think about all the bad things that I did in my previous life and say, why would anybody choose this hard life for me? Like, you can make me do any type of job, but why would you make me root for this team? It's pain. It's embarrassment. It's a lot of things that come with being a Clippers fan. It's not just one thing. Shame, embarrassment, loneliness. Because you're not gonna find. It's like seeing a Capital One bank. You don't see them often.
Right.
And like once in every 5 towns, you see one now. That's what it's like being a Clippers fan.
Well, probably most of their fans are probably like sleeping on Skid Row.
Possibly.
You know,
because they get free stuff.
right?
You know, Clippers just hand things out. Hey, come to the game, $2.
You know, in all seriousness, with a franchise like the Lakers, you better off just leaving town.
They would be better off going to like Arizona or
Right.
New Mexico. New Mexico needs a team,
Exactly. New Mexico could take the Jets,
right?
And the
And the
Clippers.
Clippers, absolutely. Yeah, Mexico City. Yeah, good. So, Clipper fans, as I've said, I am here for you all season. This is not a place of pain. It's not a place of ridicule. It's a place of truth. And I just want to bring the facts, bring the support. This right here is symbolism. It's very, very cold in the basement. And when you're cold, you tend to lose the ability to think straight. You ever been really, really cold and you really can't function mentally because it's like you're just trying to seek shelter? That's what I am for you Clipper fans. Shelter. I am here to help. So please put the dehumidifiers and the space heaters to the side and think about rooting for this team going forward, because it's only going to bring pain and suffering into your life. Moving on.